Good morning, y'all. This is Injun Joe, and I'm doing a real quick Fallout 4 video. This one in particular today, as you can see by the little doohickey that's on the side of my screen here, is part of the Sim Settlers Lite mod. Now, this is the Sim Settlers mod for Xbox One. This is the Lite version. According to the creator, the Lite version handles a little bit better on Xbox due to the fact of memory constraints. So far I've installed the mod yesterday with a fairly decent load order. It's not too heavy. I'll actually list that down in the description below. The mods that I'm running today. But so far, as you can see here, basically what it consists of here is a couple of holotapes and some SAM sensors. You can actually look this up. I mean, it's a fairly extensive, in-depth mod. I mean, you can't really cover it in just one video. There's tons of videos on it. But anyway, just to give you a real bare bones meat and no potatoes review on this thing, what this is called, like I said, this is Sim Settlements Lite. The only thing that this is different from the regular Sim settlements is that it's just a little bit smaller. They've removed some of the features, the sounds, the custom-made sounds, but all in all, it's still pretty much like Sim settlements. It just has a little bit lower file size due to the fact that it's the Lite version and seems to be better optimized for Xbox. Now, I talked to the guy who made the mod. Asked him a couple of questions. So far, it runs fairly well up until you get about past about 30. What he means by that is probably about 30 plots that you would put in a settlement. After that, it would start to lag a little bit. Most people, when they build their settlements, I don't know about anybody else, but I usually didn't have no more than maybe 5 or 6 structures at best. I didn't build these massive cities where you have like 30 different plots or whatever. So as long as you keep the build limit on anything that you add, you should be okay. Okay, just to explain real quick how this works. Basically, what this is, it provides you when you first install the mod. Oh, and by the way, when you install the mod, you need the HUD framework installed. As you notice here on the left side of my screen, you see those little nice little looking little meters that are on the side of the screen. That actually goes with the Sim settlements. Now, you're not going to get that unless you down the HUD mod and you activate both at the same time. The mod for that is called HUD Framework. Usually they'll tell you about it in the description when you go to download the mod. The only gripe that I have about this mod and my experience on the Xbox is when you go to update this thing, it will actually remove it out of your load order and you have to download the whole damn thing again. I'm not exactly sure why that is. I've had to download it about 3 times. I updated it twice before I even had it installed, and it removed it completely from the load order. The first time was because I didn't have enough space, and they had, expanded it a little bit, so I actually had to free up some space. I had the original Sim Settlements Core mod, and when they updated it, the file size was a little too big for my capacity, so I had to delete some mods out and then run it again. And then, of course, I found the Sim Settlements Lite, and I just went ahead and downloaded that. So far, since I've ran the mod, I haven't had any lockups or anything. I had one lockup when I first started the thing, when I first loaded it, and it may be because I didn't exit out and save the game after I had installed the mod. But as you can see here, once you start getting settlers, you assign them to a plot. Now, people like Codsworth, you can't really assign them to it, but once you assign them to a plot, they will actually build on their own. You don't have to micromanage anything. They will build in that space right there. You have several plots. It's under the special, as you can see right here. And I've got a lot of stuff in here, so you'll have to bear with me just a second. I've got the Crimson Riders expanded furniture thing on here. As you see, that's a lot to cycle through. Okay. All right. As you can see here, you have a commercial plot. You have a commercial plot concrete, commercial plot made out of wood, industrial plot, da 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 da, whatever you need. Okay, that's just one part of it. The other part of it is these little sensors right here. Now, this thing has a holotape with it that you find in the Concord Museum. You'll know it when you find it because when you've got the mod installed, there'll be a bunch of Robco boxes that are sitting around upstairs in the museum, the Concord Museum, that were not there before. But when you pick up the holotape, you'll get a City Manager 2078 holotape right here. Now, this thing is huge, okay? I will tell you right now that there is no way that I'd be able to do a small mod video and be able to cover everything that's in this mod because, I mean, it is huge. The guy that had made this, his name is Kingeth. I advise you to go check out his page for the mod. All you have to do is just enter in Sim Settlements or Sim Settlements Lite. He gives you a rundown on all the little basic features. But just to give you a little quick skinny here, you can do stuff like configure zoning laws. You can configure tax laws, which means that you make your damn settlers pay rent. Now they'll do that to some extent. There's another mod that I've got on here that is, let's see here, it's in resources. This is called, there was a mod on here that I had called Busy Settlers, and I think it's still on here. I'm running maybe about 20 mods on here right now. So far, so good. It's not really messed up on me, knock on wood. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, it's under resources. Um, yeah, here it is. Okay. Um, I downloaded something called a Busy Armor Workbench. This was before I got Sim Settlements. This is under the Busy Settlers mod. When you put one of these down and sign a settler to it, they will actually make caps for your settlement. You can do that. That one is too. It's like I said, I've got both of them downloaded on here. Um, but yeah, you assign your settlers to it and they build on it. You come back, you don't have to micromanage. Only thing you really have to micromanage is your turrets and stuff like that, and maybe a couple electricity needs. You can still build like usual. Like I said, it's a very big mod. It's well, not big in size. It's actually quite modest in size if you get the light version. It's only about 358 megabytes. If it gives you if it's any condolence, I think the most people, if they're running like a CBB skin mod, it's about 350 megabytes. So, like I said, this mod it's not very big at all, and it runs quite smooth. Okay, real quick before we end the video out here. I'm going to go down here and show you what I'm talking about. You run down to Concord, okay? You go into the museum. Let's go ahead and run over here and I'll show you what you can usually load it up about mid-game. I had, let's see where I'm at here. Just to give you a Okay, this is where I'm at. I haven't met Nick yet, but well, I'll show you on my map here some of the settlements that I've got opened up. I've got Oberlin Station opened up, so I walked all the way down there and I cleared the water treatment plant. Okay, so I think I had Overland Station, Ten Pines, the robot farm. I went to that. So I've cleared some of this stuff out. A good portion of this stuff has been cleared out. So it is fairly early in the game. What level am I? I'm at level 10, so it's fairly early in the game. Oh, take a look at the Pip-Boy here. I added that. That is actually a mod called Vault Girl, and all that does, it just changes the Pip-Boy to, Pip-Boy to Pip-Girl. I call him Pip-Boy. A lot of people call him Vault Boy. I just call him Pip-Boy. I don't care. He was called Pip-Boy in the original Fallout 1 manual. So, there you go. But I actually added that. That's just a very simple mod, and it just adds Vault Girl instead of Vault Boy. That's pretty cool, huh? You can look that up and download that. It's very small. It's only like a couple of kilobytes at best, so it's not bad at all. Okay, let me show you the room. Here I was running my mouth again. Okay, it's in here. All right. As you can see, it's right down the hall from where you save the settlers. See, that's where you first meet Preston and them. Well, it's right in this room, right in here. Okay. All right. Notice on the floor here, you see these Robco boxes sitting here. There'll be a bunch of SAM sensors sitting in it. Now, let me show you what these things look like, as a matter of fact, because, well, there's one sitting here right now. See this? Okay, this little SAM sensor right here. This is the little thing that you use to create your settlements right here. Okay, that's ASAM sensor 2077 model. They're all over the place in here, and they're scattered somewhat. But there is usually a holotape that is sitting right there, and it's the city manager holotape. Once you get that, you'll get a notification that says that the feature has now been installed. Now, to use the feature, all you got to do is go into your miscellaneous. You go down to the City Manager 2078 holotape. You pull it up, and then it'll tell you pretty much everything that you need to know about this mod. Okay, Sim Settlers Lite. Let me make sure that I clarify that. This is Injun Joe. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's a very short video, but subscribe if you like the channel. I do some mod videos. I mostly do this for fun. This is not monetized. Anyway, I'm Injun Joe. Thank you for watching. You guys have a good day.